good, y'all? It's your boy Don Bucks, your host of Rappin Dough. And today, I'm coming with some more fire, some more heat rock, some more news you can use. Today, I want to talk about the benefits of investing in the stock market. Right now, this is foreign territory for a lot of our people because, for one, we wasn't taught it in school. Two, we wasn't taught it at home. Now, not being taught this in school is a whole nother topic. I can go all day about that. But we also wasn't taught this at home because our parents ain't know what to teach it. So, majority of us was taught, oh, you better get a job, or you better go to school, get a good job. But as we all know, with the time we in now, as far as what jobs mean to us, or what we mean to our jobs, for those that have jobs. 20 million people are filing for unemployment right now. So this goes back to what I've been saying for months, almost a year, that we need to have more than one stream of income. So I'm going to talk about one of those. Actually, I might touch on two of those tonight. And this one, I'm talking about the benefits of the stock market. So the number one, I'm gonna give you about 3 or 4 benefits, right? So the number one benefit is ownership. Now, as far as ownership is concerned, now we all know that being an owner is better than being someone who doesn't own, or the owner is it's better to be the owner than to be the employee, right? Because for one, you can't get fired from something you own, right? And you can also pass it on to somebody else because it's yours. You can give it to somebody else. You can't pass your job on to your kids, right? So ownership. Now with ownership, we all know that the country is rigged, right? We always say, oh, the rich people this, the rich people that, or the government is like this. Yes, the game is rigged. And this goes back to what I was saying in my post, right? We've been playing the wrong game. We've been taught the hard way to do things, trading our hours for dollars. Meanwhile, the rich people are putting their money to work. Their money is working. So I got exposed to ownership as a teenager, young teenager. Of course, I came up in Trenton, New Jersey, moved to Pennsylvania when I was like 15. So I know about being disconnected from, the ownership side of things. Running the street, stealing cars, halfway selling drugs, running in cliques. Like, I know about all that. You feel me? So I come from the same standpoint that most of us come from, not knowing this stuff. But fortunately, like, everything happens for a reason. Fortunately, my mother, which was a single mom, grew up on welfare. Like, I went through all that. Contrary to popular belief, I know about all that. You feel me? So everything happens for a reason. But I'm just thankful that my mom had the wherewithal to say, you know what, I can't raise a boy into a man. You going with your dad. So it was then, and that was about when I was about 15. It was then when I got exposed to being your own boss. And of course, I went into it reluctantly because I ain't grow up with my dad. So I went into it reluctantly, still thugged out on some shit like whatever. But weeks and months into it, I got the feel for it. I'm like, you know what? I like this thing, being your own boss thing. I like this feeling, right? So that's when I made the transition into that thought process. And I'm glad my mom made that decision to say, you know what, you're going with your dad. And it was then when I got exposed to the whole entrepreneurial life. So ownership is what this country was built on. Tax benefits, all the loopholes, all that stuff is geared towards people that own something, stocks, real estate, or a business. So ownership is one of the benefits of being a stock market investor. And like I said, the other piece of that is that it's inheritable. Like, if you have something that you own, you can always pass it on to a loved one, like your kids. Can't pass your job to your kids. Or for my trappers out there, people that's getting fast money, like, it's a good idea to put some of your money to work. So let's say you do get locked up, and I don't want to talk that up on nobody, but let's say you do get locked up. Now you have something that you done left to your peoples that can grow in value. Or God forbid you die. Now you're not just leaving them a car or leaving them some jewelry. Now you have something you can pass on to your loved ones that increases in value. So that's the ownership piece to this. And that's one of the benefits of being a stock market investor. Number 2, tax benefits. You get tax benefits for being a stock market investor. Now, what I mean by having tax benefits, like I said, we know the game is rigged. It's rigged for these type of people. So with a job, you pay about 30% of your money for taxes. Now, when you're a stock market investor, when you make money, let's say you make $100, you pay 18%. But if you made $100 on your job, you would pay 30%. So this is the stuff that they've been taking advantage of for all these years. And just to piggyback off that, tax benefits, and we talking about assets here, even though we talking about stocks, I'm gonna just veer off down this street here called the business side of it. So like I said, it's geared towards owners of stocks, businesses, and real estate. So let's say you do have a business, and now you have access to all those tax benefits. Take for example, my LLC that I have is a real estate LLC. Now my office, according to my LLC, is where I live. So this is my home office. So now my rent, my phone bill, my internet, all that is a tax write-off. So at the end of the year, I get, if not all, but a portion of that money back because I'm a business owner. So these are the things that they've been taking advantage of for all these years. So that's why I'm excited about this information, and I just can't keep it to myself. That's one thing I don't, that made me create this platform, because I got tired of seeing people showing stuff and showing what they got, but not really putting nobody up on game. You feel me? Like, my thing is, what a lot of people don't know is like I'm not too far removed from not knowing this stuff. It's only been about 10 years I've been investing in the stock market. Like it's a nice piece of change I've been investing, but it's not. I wish I would have got it sooner, but better late than never. But yeah. So the sooner you do this, the better. You know what I mean? So I can we got a lot of podcasts and a lot of platforms out there that we like to be entertained and we like to have fun, and I ain't got nothing wrong with having fun. My thing is having balance, or a term that I took from my boy Derek Grace. It's called controlled savagery. Like, I got controlled savagery. Like I got the savage side, I got the ratchet side, but I like to have fun too, but I like to also have balance. So this platform is for the people that like to have balance and like to be intellectual from time to time. So being that I have this type of information, this is the other side of the scale, where I like to give information that basically news you can use, instead of I leave that platform to somebody else. I might create a ratchet platform, but who knows? But this is for intelligent people that like to like I said, have balance. You feel me? But that's another story. But the tax benefits, now you can write off. I just went off on a tangent. Let's get back on track. Tax benefits. If you have a business or if you have stocks, the tax benefits are geared towards these type of people. So that's benefit number 2 of being a stock market investor. So the third thing I want to touch on is the compounding of interest benefit of being a stock market investor. So compounding of interest, in better terms or easier terms, is basically interest on top of interest. Now I got a breakdown of how that works, but what happens is, with a bank account, you get next to nothing on your money. Like we always been taught to save our money and get a bank account, right? But what our peoples didn't know and what the schools didn't teach is that that's pretty much like putting your money to sleep, because it's not working. It's not. Why put it in the bank and it's not working for you? It doesn't grow that much. Like what's 0.01%? What is that? Like, how long it'll take you to double $20 to turn 20 into $40? You know how long that'll take? I got it written down somewhere in this book, but it'll take mad long versus getting the average annual return of 9%. And that's being modest. Like, that's being modest. 9% return in the stock market is being modest. Now, in a bank account, like I said, you get 0.01%. That's like putting your money to sleep. Now, I'm going to do a 10 and a 20 year breakdown on the difference between putting it in the bank and investing in the stock market. Now, I already done gave y'all two other benefits: ownership and the taxes. That alone should be like, you know what? I need to own some stocks. I need to get some stocks. But the compounding of interest, right? Now, well, a lot of people don't know. Well, no, I didn't know that buying a share of a company makes you a partial owner of the company, right? So, I mean, that right there is just dope. It's like kind of hard to believe because we never was taught it. And now as adults, I probably got 30 and 40-year-olds watching this. It's like, damn, why didn't I learn this in high school? You feel me? But, and that's the messed up part about it. Like, why they don't teach this in school? So the compounding of interest is interest on top of interest. So let's take a 10-year period, because another misconception is that you need a lot of money to invest, right? I ain't got a lot of money, I can't invest, right? All right, well, let's take that into consideration. Let's say you don't make a lot of money, but I bet you got $5, right? We spend $5 on bullshit just walking out of the door, right? You can start by simply making your coffee at home instead of hitting Starbucks. That's your $5 right there. So let's say you don't make a lot of money and you got $5. Now take a 10-year period. Now 10 years sounds like a lot of time, but some of y'all feel like y'all was 21. It seemed like it was yesterday when y'all was 21. Now y'all 31, right? So same thing can apply for your investments. So let's say $5 is not a lot of money, and you're not going to miss it. Somebody can take $5 out of your account, you probably won't even miss it, right? So let's just put that into consideration. $5 that you're not going to miss, that comes out of your account every day, right? So $5 invested in, let's say you put $5 a day in a bank account. At the end of 20 years, you'll have $18,000, right? That's cool. But if you did that, put that same $5 in an investment account, you will have $29,000, and that's based off of a modest 9% return on your investments versus a 0.01% interest on your money in a bank account. So $5 a day in the stock market will give you 29 racks versus 18 racks. Let's go a step further. Now 29,000. This before you can go a step further. 29,000. You can make some moves with 29,000. Now it's not even locked in. This is liquid cash that you can go just cash out, right? So let's take 20 years. Let's say you're 20 years old and you did $5 a day that you're not going to miss. You put it in the bank. $5 a day in a bank over 20 years will give you $36,000. It's not bad, right? But that same $5 invested in the stock market, at the end of 20 years, you'll have $102,000. That's damn near 4 times your money. damn near. It's about a little over 3 times your money. Three, yeah. So it's damn near 3 times your money. 20 years, $5 a day in the bank gives you 36,000. $5 a day for 20 years in an investment account will give you $102,000. This is how interest on top of interest works. This is called compounding of interest. So this is what they've been not telling us all these years. You feel me? This is what the rich people been doing. The game is rigged for them. So all we have to do is get off the bench and get in the game, because this is what's going on. Let's take it a step further. 30 years. 30 years of putting $5 a day in the bank. Now we just using $5 now. $5 a day in the bank will give you $54,000. Not bad. But that same $5 in an investment account at the end of 30 years will give you $281,000. Now, if those numbers don't say, yo, I've been doing the wrong shit. If that don't you ain't saying that in your head, I don't know what else to tell you, because we just using $5 a day. This is how we close the wealth gap. Like, we talk about reparations, we talk about, oh yeah, all right, reparations, yeah, we probably need those, but at the same time we can create our own reparations by simply putting $5 a day, like the same energy we put into, when the Jordans coming out, and what kind of Jordans they are, and how much they can resell, and we do mad at that research. I'm just using Jordans as an example. That same energy, you can put that same energy into looking into companies you want to own, and the return you're gonna get on your money. Like, you can just transfer the energy from Jordans to companies. $5 a day. Over 30 years, you will have $281,000, and this is for somebody who don't have a lot of money. So let's say you put $10 a day in, the numbers would be way different. But I'm just using $5 a day for people to be like, I don't have a lot of money. You got $5, and it's not like you're spending it; you're investing it. And see, it's a whole mindset that we have to get in tune with. Like, you're not spending the money, just like you're putting it in the bank. You're not spending it. You just transition. Instead of putting it in the bank, you put it in an investment account. That same $5. So this is the game that we need to be playing. Like, this is only one asset. Now, I encourage all assets, all asset classes, but this is the one that I enjoy, because this is the easiest way by far to get ownership in a company, or to be an owner and take advantage of these tax benefits, because the average person don't have 10, 20, 30,000 to start a business. But for example, you may have $30, because right now I just added to my AT&T position. Now AT&T, you can get ownership in AT&T right now for about $30 a share. I mean, like, you can literally be on the conference calls, the quarterly earnings conference calls, make votes. Like, you're a shareholder, you're an owner, you're a part owner in the company. So you can get ownership in a company for as little as $30. This is by far the easiest way to get ownership of a company. If y'all find a better one, an easier one, a cheaper one, comment below and let me know, because I done looked all over, and this is by far the easiest way and the most liquid. When I say liquid, that means how fast something can be transferred into cash. Like I said, you can cash that right out. Whereas though, let's say real estate, I like real estate, but it's not as liquid as stocks. Like, it take a while to sell a house, but you can sell your stock like that with a click of a button, and your money will be in your account in a day or two. So this is the most liquid and the easiest, the cheapest way to get ownership in a company. So we can start taking advantage of those tax write-offs and all those loopholes that the rich people have been jumping through. So that's my spiel on the benefits of investing in the stock market. We need to get in the game and take advantage. If y'all haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. We're also available on all the streaming platforms, so feel free to tap into that, whether you're on Spotify or whatever. Tap into that. We on there as well. And if you don't have an investment account, I also have those in my description of the video. You can click on the free share from Don Bucks. You can get started once you get your account. You get a free share of a company just for getting an account. So that's if you go through me. And I also have a tool in the bio as well. If you want to, like, if you're getting in tune with looking up stocks and which ones to buy, I have a tool in there that helps you do that as well. It's called the Beat the Market Analyzer. So with that being said, you can also follow me on Instagram, Rappin_Dough, RAPPIN_DOUGH. And with that, I'll see y'all next video. Tap in. Peace.